Now on CoastTV News.
Flu season surge.
Flu just happens to be the specialty of the year this year.
More cases of flu, RSV, and COVID-19 hitting Delmarva.
Shellfish ban. Major leaks and sewage into local waters, forcing a pause on shellfish harvesting.
Lewis Park plans.
More trees would be great.
Big changes could be coming to local parks, from safety upgrades to new technology, what's in the work, and how it could impact your next visit.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Final call. It's decision time for short-term rental rules in Ocean City. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight at Town Hall in Ocean City.
That's where council members will decide whether or not short-term rentals in Ocean City should have a 5-day minimum stay. Right now, there's none. CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy joins us live there. Brendan, this would be a big change for those renting out their homes.
Maddie, this could be a big change for the town of Ocean City as well as those who are renting out their homes. The town says that the proposal came as a way to make these neighborhoods and developments feel less of a hotel-like area, or in other words, just keep the residential areas residential. But it hasn't always been this way. There isn't a current minimum stay right now. That could change tonight, but realtors and other people who rent out their homes say this change could have an effect on the income they make by renting out their homes with these short-term rentals. I got to speak with somebody who lives in Ocean City and used to come here to rent in the summers, and he says that he understands where the town is coming from.
It might make sense. I see what they're trying to do. Personally, I mean, I know we live in a resort town, essentially, and so we have to find that balance between, long full-time residents and vacationers.
That meeting kicked off just a few moments ago. We're going to head on inside and bring you the latest on what they decide. So be sure to tune in tonight on CoastTV News at 11. Live in Ocean City, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
And the council has already passed a measure limiting occupancy to 2 people per bedroom in those rental properties. And at an earlier council meeting this month, council also approved an 11-month moratorium on new short-term rental licenses in the single-family residential and mobile home residential districts. We are in the midst of cold and flu season, and doctors are starting to see an uptick in respiratory illness. This has led Tidal Health to reinstate a temporary mask mandate. CoastTV saw locals in Lewis going in and out of pharmacies. One local says it's best to have a flu vaccine during this cold and flu season.
Flu is going around. Some of my friends have gotten the flu shot also, but also have gotten the flu. So it's a very strong flu and a different variant, I believe. I think wearing a mask would really help more.
CoastTV spoke with a doctor at Tidal Health. He says the main concern right now is the flu. And this brings us to our CoastTV poll of the evening. We want to know, how do you feel about the return of masking in hospitals?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Take a look at your screen. 55% say necessary precaution. 38% say overreaction. Now, a little bit of a vote for temporary solution or should be permanent, but those two seem to be pretty dominant.
But those numbers have changed a little bit in either direction. You can go to coasttv.com or use the CoastTV mobile app to let us know how you feel, and we'll show you updated results on CoastTV News at 11.
DelDOT is brining the roads to get ahead of the third winter storm this year. Here's a shot from around 1:30 today in Lewis on Sweetbriar Road. You can see there's the brine. It's right there on the roads. And DelDOT is urging drivers give crews plenty of space as they work for you and your safety. And speaking of that potential snow, let's go ahead and look live in Ocean City, which, according to our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, that's going to get most of the snow, at least for our coastal area right here.
That's correct, Maddie. In fact, it's right around Ocean City, Ocean Pines, right in that area. That's where we're looking for the best opportunity for the heaviest snow shower activity. And an updated list of the warnings in our area also highlights that. So first of all, winter storm watch in effect for all of Sussex. Now that's, Bridgeville, Seaford, Laurel, but also Milton, Lewis, Rehoboth, Dewey Beach, Ocean View, meaning we're watching out for about 3 to 5 inches of snow. However, we have a newly issued winter storm warning. Now, the other one was a watch. This one's a warning. Ocean Pines, Ocean City, West Ocean City, Gray's Corners, Shoal, Berlin. This is what we're watching out for, 4 to 6 inches of snow. So that's the difference between the two, along with very gusty winds off of the coast. Coming up, I'm going to show you what I'm tracking and why I'm concerned about this area being the most hit by the snowstorm we anticipate. Charlie?
Paul, power bills are climbing across the peninsula. People are asking for help, and politicians are demanding answers. Representative Brian Shoup owns the pharmacy in downtown Milford. He says the power needed to run multiple fridges is running up their bills.
You know, we've had to keep back our investments wherever we can in our business. Unfortunately, sometimes that's on products, sometimes that's on hours.
Shoup says he has had other business owners in his district reach out to him searching for help. A short-term relief bill is in the works in Delaware's General Assembly that, if passed, hopes to give some funds for electric fees back to consumers.
DenRec is working with the EPA to study salt marsh ecosystems here in Sussex County. At Canary Creek in Lewis, water level wells and camera traps have been installed to monitor both groundwater and surface water. Now, that is along with soil samples being taken. Scientists say all that data will help assess wetland health.
Listen to this phrase, sewage in the water. This is in Ocean Pines.
That does not sound good. A busted pipe appears to be the culprit. Public work crews have already jumped into action there.
CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappe is live.
Kevin, the county tells people hold off on any future shellfish harvesting.
1,200 gallons of sewage is now infested in these waters right behind me. And we talked to a couple people in Ocean Pines who said, although it is unfortunate that this happened, they're just glad it happened during the off season. Fishing crates resting on a dock, not in the water. Not after a sewage spill made its way into these waters.
You guys certainly wouldn't want to be out there, saying I'm going to be fishing polluted waters.
On Wednesday, the Worcester County Commissioners released a statement advising everyone to put a temporary pause on shellfish harvesting in Macklin Creek. According to the statement, Worcester County Public Works crews identified and repaired a 10-inch sewer main break near the corner of Ocean Parkway and Cathal Road in Ocean Pines. A break that caused approximately 1,200 gallons of sewage to leak into the nearby marsh, which drains into Macklin Creek. After finding the leak, the county jumped into action. Worcester County immediately notified the Maryland Department of Environment, which then issued a notice to the public making sure they don't shellfish harvest in Macklin Creek. Richard Neiman has lived in Ocean Pines for over 20 years and says it's a good thing this happened during the off-season.
But I can't believe that anybody's doing any crabbing right at this point in time. But I don't see how that would have any impact.
The county plans to lift its shellfish pause once they're sure the waters are clear of any sewage. The county says the temporary pause will stay in effect until March 1st. I'm Kevin Zappe, live in Ocean Pines, CoastTV News.
Kevin, thank you. Dissenting opinions were enough to table emergency legislation about the West Ocean City Harbor in Worcester County today. Commissioners were hoping to rezone the harbor to aid the county in its fight against offshore wind. Operations related to commercial and recreational fishing would be allowed. Facilities intended to support offshore wind energy, though, would be banned. Thomas Prives, an attorney representing U.S. Wind, the company wanting to build the turbines, argues the project has federal and state support.
They don't have the right to stand in the way of the United States government and the state of Maryland under general constitutional principles.
Now, this legislation is expected to be brought up again at the next Worcester County Commissioner meeting, March 4th.
Public safety is priority number one in Milford Wednesday night. Milford Police Chief Cecilia Ash will talk about pedestrian safety codes and crime analysis, public engagement, and communication with officers. State Representative Brian Shoup will discuss increasing the presence of officers in schools, and he says a plan to limit state spending.
In regional news, the Wicomico County Council walking back controversial kennel legislation. Today, the county amended a bill that would have put major restrictions on where kennels could be. Originally, kennels would have to be 1,000 feet away from the nearest home. That's down to now just 500. Plus, existing kennels are grandfathered in, so they won't be forced to close if they are not in compliance. And we're just getting started this evening.
A new partnership. The Blood Bank of Delmarva has partnered up with a popular clothing company.
Winter storm worries are on the immediate horizon. A newly issued winter weather advisory is now in effect for the Cambridge area.
Safer trails and more trees. Lewis Parks and Rec taking a look at improving the city's environment. We have that story for you when we're back in just 60 seconds.
I actually had a baby tooth that never came out.
My bottom teeth were a little crooked.
One of my bottom teeth did not grow in as a child.
I didn't even have a tooth. I had some crowding, so Smiles Correct worked great for me.
It's never too late to get things straight.
Smiles Correct clear aligners are made in-house at Tillman Orthodontics, so you'll save time and money.
It was helpful that you guys had two separate locations.
You can only get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics.
Learn more about Smiles Correct clear aligners with a free consultation.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Short-term plans, long-term plans, park plans. That's what Lewis Parks and Rec is tackling right now as they debate the future of the parks in Lewis.
As Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, people in Lewis, they have strong visions for its environment.
Walking trails, trees, and beaches. They're all up for discussion as the Lewis Parks and Recreation Commission looks at the short and long-term plans for the park system in the city. Diana Firth, who lives in Lewis, has her own thoughts on which projects the city should prioritize.
I love nature, so I think it's incredibly important for everyone to do a lot of nature immersion. So more trees would be great. I see a lot of construction going on in the area, which is wonderful. But I also hope that we can keep trees. Lots of nature, trees, flowers, whatever we can do.
Kathy and Rick O'Connell, who also live in Lewis, have other concerns.
Just keeping it safe for walkers, bike riders would be a key to me. Continue to add trails every time you make a new development or whatever.
And connect the trails between the communities, so
yes.
You're not having to go out to the street to go to the other part of it.
Connection trail.
Right.
As the old saying goes, the grass is always greener on the other side. Depending on what comes of the Parks and Recreation meeting Tuesday, that may actually be the case in Lewis. A handful of the items being discussed at the meeting have to do with both Savannah and Johnny Walker Beach, including getting professional advice about the dune system in between the two beaches and new lighting at both beaches due to safety issues. In Lewis, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
I want you to stick around because we have a newly issued winter storm warning for our area. We're going to detail which towns are going to get just how much snow that'll kick off Wednesday night.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app today.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours. Save today when you join for just $1 down and work out whenever.
We're coming in early.
Staying late.
We're dead of night deadlifting.
Kettlebells, crack of dawn.
I'm the first one in.
No, you're not.
Before drop-off.
During lunch.
Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Ready to upgrade your drive? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. Ready for anything with comfort that lasts the whole trip. Your new RAV4 is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota RAV4 with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Treat your Valentine to a new tub or shower from Coastal Bath, the #1 Bath Planet dealer in the Northeast region. Backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal 2-year money-back guarantee. Take advantage of Coastal Bath's sweet savings. Right now, receive a free shower door plus no interest, no payments until 2026.
How do I like the new bath? I love it. My wife loves it. I highly recommend Coastal Bath. They do an awesome job.
Local and family owned. Call Coastal Bath today.
Transform your home with Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. Collectively, with over 40 years experience, our expert team has been designing porch enclosures, sunrooms, and awnings that bring comfort and style to your home.
Whether you're looking for protection from the sun or extra living space, we're here to help. Call now to schedule a no-obligation design. We are offering a free electric recessed fireplace with your sunroom purchase, or get a free upgrade to a motorized awning with an awning purchase. Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. We show up.
With an expanded selection of outdoor furniture, Johnny Janosic is Delaware's outdoor furniture headquarters. Right now, during our pre-season sale, get 15% off all outdoor furniture and accessories, plus 0% APR financing till 2028, and get an extra 10% off outdoor clearance models. Order now in time for spring. For the area's best selection and biggest savings, come to Johnny Janosic World of Outdoor Furniture in Laurel, Dover, Christiana, and Wilmington.
Coast TV weather can be heard on Coast Country.
This upcoming winter storm has presented an opportunity to really dig into more analysis of several models because they really haven't been in a great deal of agreement. But we're going to kind of show you how we make the sausage behind the scene of the forecast, and as to why I'm feeling pretty strongly that we're looking at a range between ultimately 3 to up to even 6 inches of snow in various areas. Our tunnel razor camera in Lewis, we're at 29 degrees right now. We will drop down to 26 under mostly clear skies. Winter storm watch active for all of Sussex. That's Lewis, Rehoboth, Dewey, Ocean View, Fenwick Island. This is where we're watching out for about 3 to 5 inches of snow. Now, a newly issued winter storm warning for places like Ocean Pines, Grays Corner, West Ocean City, and just south of Fenwick Island. This is where we're looking for possibly up to 6 inches of snow. And this is the targeted area that I think we're going to get the most snow, according to how all the models are at least agreeing as far as the zones and the delineation between the amount of snow that we're getting. Gale watch is in effect from Ocean City down to Chincoteague. We're watching out for 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts really along the entire coastal region of all of the Delmarva Peninsula. So it's going to stay very breezy while we're going to be bracing for that snow to approach. But you know what first is on the docket? Cold conditions. We have a cold weather advisory in effect. You see, we're in the 20s right now, 29 in Red, Georgetown, 30 in Delmar. But when you factor in the winds that have been very robust, out of the northwest, between 8 to, let's say, 17 mile per hour gusts, it feels a lot cooler. It feels like 23 degrees, for example, in Redden as well as Georgetown. Feels like 23 degrees right now in Bethany Beach. And that cold feeling is the first phase that we have to prepare for. You see, we're going to feel like 10 degrees in Georgetown, Ellendale, and Milton, Lewis, early Wednesday morning. Then as we go to, let's say, we progress through Thursday morning, we're going to feel like 14 to 17 degrees and 13 along the coast. So that's why we have the cold weather advisory that's active even going into Friday. So we have the cold air in place. That sets the stage for this snow to stick around when it hits. And when you take a look at, let's say, 10 o'clock Wednesday night, we see the darker color here from Pittsfield over towards Ocean Pines. This is where we're going to see that clipping of our area. Okay, we're going to basically get that amount of snow that's going to push right through that part of our region. So we begin to kind of take a look at what's happening with the numbers. You see, overall, I'm looking at 4 to 6 right in this region here, 2 to 3, and then 1 to 2 over towards Milton, and 2 to 3 near Seaford. And the amount changes, but the slices stay the same. That's the simplest way of putting it. See, we're looking for 5 here, 2 to 3 here, but the slices stay the same, even as I take a look at a different model. Not quite 5, but 3, but notice the slices, all right, are lining up. I'm trying to keep it simple, but you kind of get it there. Even as we break it down with our European model, even more detail, you can see that even though we see that delineation here between 1 to 1.5 or a little bit more, that slices in the same general area with all of the models, which makes for a very interesting situation where it agrees in that manner. That being said, here's a look at your extended forecast. We're first alert day, red days for Wednesday night going into early Thursday morning.
Well, thank you. The Georgetown Public Library and volunteers are making plastic bags into mats for the homeless. Since 2019, the program called Volunteer Delaware 50 Plus has created 400 mats statewide, and now the Georgetown Library aims to make 100 more by the end of the year. You don't have to have any experience. You can come to any workshop, and there is one scheduled for Thursday there at the library.
Looking ahead, here's a quick traffic alert for drivers to be aware of next week in Lewis. Dorman Road between Route 24 and Conley's Chapel Road will be closed for a pipe replacement project that starts next Monday. It's going to be closed through March 10th.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? Due to some snow forecasted for tomorrow, games are already getting moved. Salisbury, Mary Washington men's basketball tips off right now instead of the original date, which would have been tomorrow. Let's preview this game. The Seagulls are 15-0 on the season and look to get back into the win column, but Salisbury did not have that much success against Mary Washington last time out on February 8th, falling by 33. Mary Washington held the Seagulls to just 2 scorers in double digits. SU will need to get everyone involved if they want to end their 3-game losing streak. Switching over to girls basketball at the high school level, it's Smyrna and Appoquinimink. The Eagles sitting at 15-3, looking for their 3rd straight victory. Appo has struggled up to this point on the season, losing 2 straight and hold a 6-12 record. Appo looking to round out their season on a positive note. As for Smyrna, they look to continue their winning ways as they compete in their second to last game of the regular season. Tip off at 7 p.m. only on the Delmarva Sports Network, and you can watch it on the go on DSN+. That over sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Bath by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Bath by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Bath by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Ashley's President's Day mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $800 on select Purple adjustable mattress sets, or receive a $699 instant gift with the purchase of any Tempur-Pedic mattress set, plus special financing options for every budget at Ashley.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has Co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
Secondhand smoke lingers for hours, and it's killed almost 3 million people since 1964. When you smoke in the house, everyone in the house smokes. So, take it outside. Visit takeitoutside.de.org.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. But I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew is a good crew. Really fine people, are professional, and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Furnitureland's President's Day sale is going on now. Save up to 25% off personalized looks store-wide or get 0% APR for 60 months. Furnitureland, in style, in stock, in your home today.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
The Blood Bank of Delmarva has partnered up with the clothing company 302 Horseshoe Crab to give away a free limited edition t-shirt to all giving blood, platelet, or plasma donors in celebration of 302 Day. Now, the shirts will be available from February 22nd to March 3rd at BBD's donor centers. They will also be available at 12 blood drives throughout February and March. And for a full list of locations and blood drives to get the t-shirts, check out CoastTV.com.
Our Gateway Subaru camera, Ocean City, drop into 26 degrees with limited cloud cover for tonight, but it's going to get really cold for tonight. A winter storm watch is active for all of Sussex. Now, just to be clear, for Sussex County, for the most part, I'm looking at 3 to 5 inches of snow Wednesday night, Thursday morning. But for Ocean City, I'm looking for about 4 to 6 inches of snow there. And we're going to stay windy along the coast. Maddie?
For Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.